Hello, good morning, guys. Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah. So let us start the session. Mm, So yesterday we had a discussion that to create a table, we need table name, column name, and data type. Okay. So now we will see about the data types. So as I said, there are two data types. One is built-in data type, another one is the user-defined data type. We will see one by one. First, character data types. Character or string data types, both are same. Character data types or string data types, both are same. So character. So anything, anything which you put in within single code, that is called character data type. Even if you put 1 2 3 4 5 within single quote, that is called character data type. Okay, so anything which you used within single quotes, that is called character data type. So character data type stores the alphanumeric data. Character data type stores the alphanumeric data, alpha alphabetic and numeric data. So it stores the alphabetic letters as well as alphanumeric data as well. The following data types of Oracle: character data type is a case sensitive. Character data type is a case sensitive. Case means, for example, when you used capital letters, it will store the capital letters. When you use smaller letters, smaller letters, it will store smaller letters only. And even when you are trying to retrieve the data, then you should use either it is a capital, either it is a smaller. Based on that, you must and should use the same format. You must and should use the same format. Okay, so any data which is given in single quote, which is treated as a character data type. Any data which is used in single quote, which is treated as a character data type. Okay, character data types are, there are multiple types: char data type, varchar data type, varchar2 data type, clab data type. Clab data type. First, char data type. Char and size. Size is not mandatory for this. It stores the string or character data. Char data type is used to store the string or character data. Size is not mandatory. Size is not mandatory. It is used fixed length data type. It is used to store the fixed length data type. I mean, it is fixed length data type. I will let you know what is fixed length, what is dynamic length. So maximum size, it will allow 2000 bytes. Maximum maximum size, it will allow 2000 bytes. So by default size is 1 byte. The default The default size is 1 byte. So character data type is used to store the character, alphabetic or alphanumeric data. Anything which is declared in within single quote, that is called character data type or string data type. So it is used to store the character or string data type, and the size is not mandatory, and it's a fixed length data type, and maximum size is 2000 bytes, and by default size is 1 byte. 1 byte. So size is not mandatory, right? So if you haven't to declare any size, By default, it will take 1 byte. Let's see.
Ka-
1 second, guys. Password is expired for me. Okay. See now, to create a table, what is the syntax, guys? Yesterday we have seen to create a table. What is the syntax? Create table, table name. Create table, table name. Create table, table name. I'm taking stud. Okay. So after that, you have to use the open parenthesis. Now we will create one student table. SID. SID. So first, before that, before that, first we will take student name. Name is, what is name, guys? It's a alphabetic data, or it's a numeric data. String data, or it's a character data, or string data, or numeric data. Name.
It's a character data.
I mean, it's character data. It's alphabetic letter, right? So now use the char. So we are discussing about the char. So I am declaring as 10 bytes. 10 bytes. It's already is there. Table name. What I will do? July batch stud. Table is created. If you want to see the table structure, you have to use the DESC, describe the table. DESC, describe the table. STUD, table name. Table name. Now we have declared the student name. Yes, name, char data type 10 bytes. So student name, char data type 10 bytes. Now we are, you no need to worry about this. Just I wanted to show you clearly. That's the reason I am using these commands, insert and all. Again, we will discuss those commands in the DML. Okay. To insert the data into a table, this is the command. Insert into table name. Insert into table name. What is that? STUD values. So I am inserting, name is Venky. Okay. Now again I am inserting smaller case. So again I am inserting king. Next again one row I am inserting John. Okay. Now let's see the data now. Select star from, to see the star indicates all fields from the table. We will see this one in the DRL. Just you can observe. Select star from table name. To check the data from the table, you have to use the select star from table. Select in the sense we are selecting the data. Star indicates all columns from the table. All columns from, in where, j underscore stud table. Now we can see. So this is the data. This is the data. So it is as I said, it is a fixed length data type, right? Size is not mandatory. Now we can see what is fixed length data type. Just to check the length. Now we have how many bytes we have inserted, guys? Each here we have declared this is the size is how many bytes. Size is how many bytes. So here size, create table name, open parenthesis, we will call it as open parenthesis in in database, column name, then data type, then size. We have declared student name is the yes name is the student name, and char is a data type, size is 10 bytes. How it will take it? Each alpha letter, each a to z alphabetic letter will indicate one byte. How many bytes we have inserted the data here? Total how many bytes, guys?
5.
5. So here 5, here 4 bytes, here 3 bytes, right? Now I wanted to see the, I am checking just length of for that. Length is a function to know the length of for this. Each row, to know the length of for this, there is a function called length. We will see these functions. We have separate topics as I shown you previously. We have a separate topic for that length. Function separate topic is there here, built-in functions we will discuss. Just to make you understand, I am showing like now, so don't worry on that. Select length of S name. S name is a column name. Length of S name from J underscore stud. Why it is showing everything as a 10 bytes?
Because it is fixed length.
Any idea? Okay, it's a fixed length. What is the what will it like? What is happening here? Is there any data or it's if it is showing length 10 means total should be 10. But here 5 only, no, we inserted. Remaining 5 bytes, what is happening?
We can write null is getting up to 10.
Sorry,
Null is getting inserted.
Vishnu,
Yes.
you please keep calm, okay? You know, right? Hmm. Others, somebody is speaking. 5 bytes, remaining 5 bytes, what is happening? See, here if it is 10 bytes, you can observe here till where it is showing. From there, data is here. Till that. See, if you observe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that means here till there we have the data till here. So as I said, char data type is a fixed length data type. Fixed length data type. That means that doesn't matter how many bytes you inserted. For example, here we have given 5. Remaining 5, what will happen? Automatically, Oracle server, SQL server will apply the blank pads. Automatically will apply the blank pads. Will apply the blank pads. Pads in the sense it is automatically insert the some blank pad. Pad in the sense attach. Pad in the sense attach. So some blank pads it will insert here. See here 5 bytes. Remaining 5 bytes it will insert the some blank pads. Here 4. Remaining 6 it will insert the blank pads. Here 3. Remaining 7 it will insert the blank pads. So that's the reason when you see here blank pads are there, total data is 10 bytes. Here 7 blank pads is there, total 7, total 10 bytes. So when you declare the character data type, automatically how many bytes when you declare the char data type, the size, how many bytes you declared, those many bytes it will take. That doesn't matter how many bytes you have inserted. So here you have inserted 3 bytes, remaining 7 bytes, server will automatically apply the blank pads, blank data. Nothing will be there. Now, now, now what? Now it should not case, right? Now database size is waste, right? Here we are inserting only 5 bytes. So remaining 5 bytes is wasting. Here inserting 5 bytes. Remaining 5 bytes is wasting. Here 4 bytes. Remaining 6 bytes is wasting. Here 3 bytes. Remaining 7 bytes is waste. So the space should not, as a developer, you should take care that database space should not waste. Then what we have to do? Any idea? Now, and one more thing, as I said, it's a case sensitive. See here, in which data I inserted, that data only it will store. Here capital letters, here smaller letter. So insert the capital letter and the smaller letter both. Insert the capital letter and the smaller letter both. Both. So here remaining bytes data is wasting. We should not waste this one. So now to overcome this problem, Arkel has introduced varchar2 data type. Varchar2 data type. So it is also store the variable string and character data. So here when you use char, maximum bytes we can declare 2000 bytes, right? Let me show you that one also. Create table stud1. So I said maximum bytes we can declare 2000 bytes. So I will declare 2001. What is the error? Specify length too long for its data type. So char data type is allowed to how many bytes maximum? Maximum how many bytes it will allow, guys? 4 bytes. Sorry guys, power is gone. Wi-Fi gone, that's the reason it's. The length is fixed. That doesn't matter how many bytes you inserted here. So here 5 bytes, remaining 5 bytes it will take blank pads. 3, 7 bytes it will take blank pads. So that's the reason length is fixed. So that's the reason it is coming 10 bytes, 10 bytes. Now, as I said, char data type maximum size, how much it will allow, guys? Maximum size. What is the maximum size we can declare char data type? Maximum size how much, guys? Sorry. Sorry, I was in mute. So maximum size how much we can declare the char data type, guys? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
How much? What is the maximum size we can declare for the char data type?
2000.
Yes, 2000 bytes. Maximum size for the char data type we can declare 2000 bytes. So now let's see. I have tried. See, let me try to create one table. So I am declaring 2001 byte. See, what is the error? Specify length, whatever you are specifying. So the star indicates for this SQL plus. Where is the error? The star indicates there. Here, if you observe, see. So here 2001 bytes when you declare specify length too long for its data type. So for this data type, whatever you specified, this length is too long. So that's the reason why it is, what is it is raising error. We can declare maximum 2000 bytes. See, now table is created 2000 bytes. 2001 also it is not allowing. So first point is it is allow the string data type. It is used to store the string data type. Maximum fix, it is a fixed length data type. That doesn't matter how many bytes you inserted. Remaining bytes automatically it will take the blank pads because of it's a fixed length data type. Because of the fixed length data type, that doesn't matter how many bytes we have declared. So even you declare 3, remaining bytes it will take 7 bytes blank pads. Here you declare 4, remaining 6 bytes it will apply the blank pads. Here 5, remaining 5 it will take, by default it will apply the blank pads. That's the reason always 10 10 10 10 is coming, even though you have inserted 3 4 5 bytes data, because it's a fixed length data type. It will apply the how many bytes you inserted, remaining bytes it will automatically apply the blank pads. Okay, so now my requirement is, now as a developer you should not waste the database space. That is one requirement. Next is I wanted to store the max more than 2000 bytes. My requirement, is it possible to do those things with the char data type? My requirement is I wanted to store the more than 2000 bytes data. Carries allow only 2000 bytes data. Is it possible, guys, with the char?
no.
It's not
So
possible.
we should not waste the data type. So that's the reason SQL has introduced varchar2 or varchar data type. So varchar data type is used, if you use also, it will convert it to varchar2 data type only. So even you declare varchar, automatically it will convert to varchar2 data type. So Oracle has introduced varchar2 data type. Same column, data type, size. So it is a dynamic data type or else variable string length data type. It stores the variable string length data type. I will tell you what is the variable string length. Size is mandatory. So it is dynamic data type. Maximum size is 4000 bytes. It will allow maximum size is 4000 bytes. Now, as per my requirement, I will create, I am creating one table, yes name. So maximum I need to declare even 10. I am taking 10 only, not more than that. So I need to take one more column as a gender. Gender. I am declaring char. I am not declaring size. Table is created. So why it is created? We haven't declared size for the char data type, right? We should mention the size for the char data type, right? Now you can check the even data type size. I mean table architecture. I mean table structure. You just to see table structure. Description of J student T. Why it is showing 1 year? We haven't declared anything. Why guys? Because size is not mandatory for CAD data type. That's the reason I mentioned this one. This always this bracket indicates not mandatory. This bracket indicates mandatory. So for CAD data type, size is not mandatory. Then why it has taken one? Size is not mandatory. We haven't declared. That's okay. Why it has taken one? So by default size is 1 byte. If you haven't declared any size for the CAD data type, default size is 1 byte. So default size is 1 byte. Clear? Now, as I said, it's a variable string length data type, right? So insert into stud values. So I will tell you later about the insert commands and all. You just observe. Now I am declaring Venki. Gender is I am taking M. M is indicates male. Now I will take Don. Next I will take Ravindra, male. I am writing male is like this. What is the issue? Why it is not allowing?
Because of size.
Because of size. How much bytes we have declared for the gender column? Only 1 bytes. How many bytes we are inserting?
4 bytes.
4 bytes. So value too large for column. This is schema name. Schema name dot table name. Schema is nothing but a username. So I have logged as Venki. So initially, if you observe, while I am logging to the database, I have entered username as Venki. So value too large for column. The value which you are inserting, it's a too large. See, schema dot table name dot column name, gender column. The actual size is 4. Whatever we are entering, the actual size is 4. Maximum how many bytes it will allow? Only 1 bytes. Why it will allow only 1 bytes? We haven't declared anything. So by default it will take 1 bytes. So maximum it will allow only byte 1 bytes. So that's you remember. You have to remember how many bytes you want to insert the data, that many bytes you have to declare. So now I will take this one. Now F. So now you can check the data, select star from. So Venki, Janu, Ravindra, Queen. Now you can check the length for this. How many bytes we have inserted, guys? First row. First row,
5.
how many bytes?
5 bytes.
5 bytes. How many bytes? Second row, how many bytes?
3.
3 bytes. Ravindra, 4, 8 bytes. How many bytes? 8
8
bytes.
bytes.
Last row is 5 bytes. Queen, how many bytes? 5 bytes. Now is database, when you are inserting the data, is database space is getting waste here? Are we wasting the database size? We have declared for 10 bytes, right? Char 2. Why it is not 10 bytes now? When you declare char here, 10 bytes is came. Char when you give in 10 bytes, 10 is coming. Why here 10 is not coming? We declare 10, right? How many bytes you insert, that many bytes data only is coming. Why? So here we have taken the varchar2 data type. Varchar2 data type is dynamic data type. It stores the data variable string length or character data length. Variable string means how many bytes you insert the string, that many bytes it will insert. Within 10 5 bytes you inserted, it will take 5 bytes only. Remaining 5 bytes, what it will do? Char data type, it is applying the blank space. Remaining 5 bytes varchar to, what it will do? It will send back to the database. It will send back to the database. So that's the reason varchar2 data type doesn't waste the database space. It will send back to the database. Whereas in char data type, it will apply the blank pads and it will waste the data type size. So varchar2 data type is a dynamic data type. That's the reason it will store the variable string length data type. How many variable string means the variable which you are inserting, that string, how many bytes, that many bytes it will insert. Here Venki, you are inserting 5 bytes, 5 bytes it will take. Here John, you are inserting 3 bytes, 3 bytes only it will insert. Here 8 bytes you are inserting, 8 bytes it will insert. Here 5 bytes you are inserting, 5 bytes it will insert. So here remaining 5 bytes, what it will do? It will send back to the database. Here remaining 7 bytes, what it will do? It will send back to the database. So we avoided database waste. Database waste. And one more thing, maximum size, how many bytes we can define for the column by using this maximum bytes, how many Yesterday you did 3. Maximum how many bytes we can declare, guys, for the column by using varchar to date type?
4,000.
So it's 4,000 bytes. Now you can try more than 4,000 bytes. See, specify length too long for its date type. Specify length too long for its date type. So we can we can declare for the any column maximum 4,000 bytes only. We can insert by using varchar to date type 4,000 bytes. Guys, it's very important. In interview they will ask what is the difference between char and varchar 2. So you have to tell this one. When you tell them like a character data type, char data type, both are is used to insert the data, character data type only. But in char data, char is a fixed length data type, varchar 2 is a dynamic data type, and maximum size for the char is 2000 bytes, varchar 2 is the 4000 bytes, and char data type is char data type. If you declare fixed length data, why? Because fixed length data type, when you use the when you insert the data, the remaining bytes it will apply the blank pads, whereas in varchar to data type it will send back to the remaining bytes to the database. So size is not mandatory in char data type, but whereas in varchar to data type, size is mandatory. Now you can see I won't declare any size. See, missing left parenthesis it is telling, because it is expecting here like this, like this. So size is mandatory. You to store the variable string data, size is mandatory. It's a dynamic data type. Maximum bytes 4,000 bytes. Maximum size. So char data type size is not mandatory, right? Now, as I said, even if you declare there is a varchar to data type, right? Even you declare varchar data type. See varchar data type. Even you declare varchar data type, it will convert it as varchar 2. So table is created. To check the table structure, what is the command?
Select star from table.
To check the table structure, not data.
Describe. Describe.
Describe. DESC. I wanted to know what is the data, what is the columns, everything. Now you can check. What we declare for S name? Student J student 3. S name. What we declare? What data type we declare, guys?
Varchar.
Varchar. What? See, now it is showing, see, which data type?
Varchar
Varchar 2.
2.
So when you declare varchar, automatically the SQL converts into the varchar 2 data type. So in real time, now you may ask me, sir, varchar also is used to store the string data, and varchar 2 also is to store string data. Now my requirement is I need to store only 200 bytes. So if I go to the varchar here, if I insert the less data comparing to the declared data type, so database size is space is waste, because it will apply the blank pads. So to overcome this problem, Arkel has introduced varchar 2. So that's well and good. We will use varchar 2 only. So what is the use case of varchar now? In which cases we can use varchar? In real time we use more varchar 2 only, but what is the use case of varchar? It is a fixed length data type, right? If we use database is waste. Fixed length means e- every time the column should be stored that only, by that time only, that is the useful. So for example, when you applying any government exam, or else if you go to the bank, so you have to select when you are opening the account in the online or bank, any exam, if you are applying government job. So if you are male, you have to select a M. If you are take, if you are female, you have to select a F. That doesn't allow you to enter any data. Just a drag and drop, it will in down, it will show list, it will show M and F. When you click on that list, it will show M and F. You have to select either M, either F, based on your gender. Am I right? When you are applying any exams, or else if you are filling any form, if you are male, you have to put M. If you are put female, if you are put F. Am I right, guys?
Yes.
So by that time, for every public people, whoever is applying for that exam, whoever are opening a account for that account for them, so maximum size how many, what they can select, either M or F only, no? Either M or either F. Is there any chance to select any other except that? They will select either M or F. Is it a fixed or is it a dynamic every time? M or F. Either M, either F only, no. So that is always fixed, right? That is always fixed or not? Gender. Either M, either F. Tell me, guys. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, Venkat, it's clear.
So every time that is a fixed, right? Either M, either F. More than that, can you return anything? You can't return because they gave you the list selection. Under that you can select either F, either M only. So that is fixed length. So by that situations you have to use the char. And one more situation, if you open the bank, if you go to the bank, if you see IFSC code, SB, if you take SBI project, always if you go any IFSC branch, SBI, any SBI branch, IFSBI, IFSC code, if you see, if you see how many, it is a Anaram, Annaram, Anandbag, Arya Nagar, AS Rao Nagar, different branches. If you observe here, 4, 6, 8, 11 bytes. If you observe, 4, 6, 8, 11 bytes. So is it a fixed length for every branch? Yes, IFSC code, or it's a changing? Not value I'm asking. Length, how many bytes? Is it a fixed length or a dynamic?
I think fixed length.
It's a fixed length. So it doesn't change, the value may change, but length doesn't change, right? That's the reason they have taken here two zeros. If the if the if the number is increasing their branches, so it will become 1, 2, 3, it will increase. So always it's fixed length. By that situations you have to use the char. Whenever you found that the column is always fixed, either a may, either a M, either a F in gender. And one more thing, like these situations, so by that situation you have to use the char data type. Char data type. So mostly we use char in case of gender and rare cases of the type of branches. So your requirement is that the column always get 5 bytes only. So there is no chance to get less 4, or there is no chance to get above 5. So always 5 bytes only you will get data. So by that situation you have to use the char. So now, did you understood, guys, what is the difference between char and varchar 2? Is it clear? What is the difference between char and varchar 2?
Yes, sir.
So char, if anyone is asking in interview what is the difference between char and varchar 2, char you have to tell it is easy to char and varchar 2 is used to store the string data only, but char size is not mandatory, whereas varchar 2 size is mandatory. Char is a fixed length data type, varchar 2 is a dynamic data type. Maximum size we can use in the char, we can declare 2000 bytes, whereas in varchar 2 4000 bytes, and by default char data type is 1 byte, but in varchar 2 there is no default value, because you must and should provide the value. You must and should provide the value. Clear? Now we can see later this cob and all. See, I have declared name char 10. I am inserting 5 bytes. So here we are inserting 5 bytes. Remaining 5 bytes, how it will apply the blank pads like this. You can observe. 5 bytes data, remaining 5 bytes, it will apply the blank pads like this. That's the reason when you declare char, it will apply the blank pads, and always length is fixed for this. How many length you declare, that means, for example, now 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like this. Clear? This is the char data type. Whereas varchar 2, if you observe 10 here, Venky how many bytes? 5 bytes. Remaining how many bytes we have when you declare? Remaining is the 5 bytes. But varchar 2 doesn't waste the space. It will insert like this. It won't insert remaining thing space. I mean blank pads. It will just take till 5 bytes only. Remaining 5 bytes, it will send back to the database. That point we have to highlight to the interviewer. Then he can understand. Okay, the resource is having the depth of knowledge on the database level. What is happening in the database? So remaining 5 bytes, it will send back to the database. It doesn't apply like this spaces 1, 2, 3 like this, because it's a dynamic data type. How many bytes you can insert? That many bytes. So here Sudhakar 33678 8 bytes. Remaining 2 bytes it will send back to the database. Here Venkat 336. Remaining 4 it will send back to the database. Clear? That is the difference between char and varchar 2. The functionality of char and varchar 2, that is. The use case, always we use varchar 2 only, because we doesn't know how much data we will get it. Like name, some people can have more letters, some people can have less bytes data. You have to go for the varchar 2. Address, you have to go for the varchar 2. Like that situations. Next, number date type. We have two date types, number date types. I mean, number. So we have completed the char date types. Now number date types. There are two number data types we have. There are two number data types we have. One is number data type, another one is the integer data type. Another one is the integer data type. So number data type, it will allow two arguments. It will allow two arguments. One is precision, another one is the scale. One is the precision, another one is the scale. So we have to declare like this: number p comma s. P means precision, s comma scale. So here, which is mandatory, which is not mandatory, guys? P comma s. If you see this one, which is mandatory, which is the not mandatory? Hmm? Here both are mandatory, precision comma scale. Yesterday I also explained, today also I told when you start the class. Wherever you can see this type of bracket, what does it mean?
Not necessary.
Not necessary or not mandatory. So wherever you can see like this, that is mandatory. See here, P is a mandatory, S is not mandatory. That's your wish whether you need to declare or not. Now, number data type. It is used to store number data into a column. Why we use number data type? It is used to store the number data into a column. Number data into a column. Next, it is a dynamic data type. Same like varchar2 only. Remaining bytes it will send back to the database. So maximum size is 38 bytes. That means maximum 38 numeric data we can insert. 38 digits of data we can insert. This is called one digit. This is called one digit. Like that, maximum we can declare 38 digits data. 38 byte. Every digit is indicates 1 byte. Like every letter indicates 1 byte, the same way every digit indicates 1 byte. Every digit it indicates 1 byte. So number data type allows precision or scale. Precision or scale. So it is used to store the numeric data into a column. Numeric data into a column. Numeric data into a column. Then it is a dynamic data type. The maximum size is 38 bits. So example, number, SL number is a numeric data or SL number, serial number is a string data, serial number.
String data.
Numeric data, series string data, SL number, serial number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is a serial number. Is it a string data or numeric data?
Numeric data.
Numeric data. So numeric data, in which data type you have to declare for the numeric data to insert the numeric data into a column? Number data type. So to store the number data into a column, we have to declare number data type or else integer data type. Both are used to store the numeric data. So now serial number is a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a numeric data. So you have to declare the number data type. So I have declared 4 bytes. 4 bytes. So 4 bytes means maximum we can insert 4 digits of data. 4 digits of data like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like this. So maximum is possible 4 bytes of data till where we can insert, guys? Maximum possible. Till can we insert triple line, double line, double line? If you go 10,000, it is 5 digits of data, 1 digit, 2 digits, 3 digits, 4 digits, 5 digits. That means 5 bytes of data. So we have declared how many bytes?
4.
4 bytes.
Bytes.
4 bytes.
So when you insert the 4 bytes, when you declare maximum how many bytes you can insert? Only 4 bytes. So there is a chance to insert till double nine double nine. At the same time, minus double nine to till double nine you can insert, because we have declared only 4 bytes. Maximum you can able to insert 4 bytes data only, 4 digits data only. That's the reason I mentioned here. We can able to insert minus double nine to double nine, because if you go more than double nine in left in minus side, 5 digits it will come minus 10,000. That means 5 bytes. Here go positive side 10,000. That is called 5,000. 10,000, that is 5 digits, 5 bytes. So it doesn't allow. We will see now. Now I am creating one more table, stud 4, student 4. Now I wanted to take my student IDs. Student ID. ID is a numeric data or string data, guys? String or character data? String and character data both are same. You have to remember
Numeric
that.
data.
Numeric data, right? So which
Yeah.
data type you have to declare? Either number or integer. Number.
Number.
So I am taking some 4 bytes or else 4 bytes. Next, student name. Name is a which data type I have to declare for name?
Varchar.
Warcat.
Varchar2. So now I am taking as some 20 bytes. Next, gender. Which data type?
Warcat 2.
So if you declare varchar2, that doesn't problem, but we can declare varchar2 as well. But gender always fixed length rate type, like either M or F. Or else if you want to declare full male means MALE male, female means FEMALE female. So if you want to declare like that, you have to declare varchar2. Or else you just wanted to declare M, male means M, female means F. So then you have to declare that is fixed length rate type, then char. Now see, so name is already is there. What is I am getting error? Name is already used in existing object. Where is the error? Stud. So it is telling that there is already one table called same name. So now we will take full name, student 5, student 4. Table is created. Now try to insert the data. You can check table structure, describe the table to use the table structure. See now, SID. So why it has taken by default one? Even though we haven't declared here, so char size is not mandatory, so that's the reason we haven't declared. So by default it will take 1 byte. Now we can try to insert the data. Insert into student 4 values. So student number I am taking. So number data type, you no need to mention the within single quote. Single quote represent the string data. Whatever you use within a single quote, that will treat it as a string data. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. So name is I am declaring some Channa. I am declaring M. Column not allowed. What is the error? Why error, guys? Any idea?
Single quotes.
So it is a string data, right? We must and should use the single quotes. Again, Chennai is having here. So we should use the single quotes. Because whenever you are inserting the data, whenever you are inserting the string data, you must and should string data or character data, you must and should use the single quote. Then only Oracle or SQL server will treat it as it is a string data. Then only it will allow you to insert the data. See, now one row inserted. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the issue? Value larger than specified precision allowed for this column. Where it is error? Here. Here it is having error. Value larger than specified precision allowed for this column.
Size. Number
Yes.
data type.
So we have
Size.
declared for the date number date type size is 4 bytes. But how many bytes we are declaring? 5 bytes. See, 3, 4, 5. Don't think that 1, 2, 3 is a 4, 5. Every digit is has 1 byte. Even if you declare, this is also called as a 5 bytes because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bytes. So maximum how many bytes it will allow? 5 bytes only. See, now it's allowed. Clear? Now my requirement is I wanted to insert the decimal values. Can we able to insert decimal values? How many bytes? 3. Even if I see why it is allowing me to insert the decimal value, but you can see the data more than 5 bytes also. Select star from student 4. So why it is not taking any decimal values? Why it is taking only precision? This is precision, this is the scale. Why it is not taking the decimal value? Only here it is taking these values. And it is automatically converting 76.45. It is inserting 765. It is rounding the value. See, observe here. 3 I will put same value, it will come. 764 it will come. See, 0.3. If it is 0.5 and above, then it will take as next. Then it will add 1 to this one. Round. 764.5 means 765 it will take. Here 764.3, 0.5 below 764 it will take. Why it is not taking? This one we can discuss in round function. We have functions. So why it is not taking decimal value? Any idea? So, as I said, to insert a decimal value, you should declare the scale. Scale. Here, scale is indicates the decimal value. Precision is indicates the integer value. Precision is indicates the integer value. So now we haven't declared any scale, right? Now I am creating one more table. Create table. Table name is student 5. So SID, number date type, some 4 digits. Student name. Which data type, guys? Varchar 2. So sir 10 bytes. Next to fee. Fee is which data type? Fee means
Numeric
amount.
data.
Which data type?
Numeric data.
Numeric
Numeric
data.
data.
Number data type. So I am not number data type. So now I am declaring the 10 comma 3. I am taking the precision 10, scale is 3, or else 10 comma 4. 10 comma 4 means 10 is a precision, 4 is a scale. So table is created. Now I am inserting the data. Here 1 to 4 digits. Name is Venkat. Now the value I am inserting 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5 bytes, 6 bytes. What is the issue? Sorry, missing comma here. For every value you have to use comma separated, guys. For every column. Every column. What is the issue? Too large for the column. Venky schema. Student 4 table. Or else student 5, right? We have created. Which table? Student 5. Value too larger than specified precision allowed for this column. Here it is error. Where it is error? Value larger than specified precision. Precision, whatever you specified, that is not allowed for this column. What is the precision you specified here?
10
10.
bytes.
So
10
here how
bytes.
many bytes? 3, 6, 8. Why it is not allowing 8 bytes also? So to avoid confusion, I will put, to understand, I will put 1, 2, 3, 8 every digit, so that you will get clear. So 9 bytes I will take. See 1, 2, 3, total 9 bytes. So you declare 10 bytes, right? Scale you declare 4. Scale you declare 4, but you are taking only 3 bytes. But here it is not allowing. Why, guys? Any idea? So now I will reduce, you can observe. 7 bytes. Is it taking? 7 bytes is it taking? No.
No.
6 bytes?
No.
No.
It will
7
take.
only. 6 bytes?
It will take, sir.
Why it is taking 6 bytes? We have
10
declared,
minus 4.
7 bytes, 10 bytes. No, why it is not taking? We have declared 10 bytes. Scale is 4.
But
Uh,
actual number is 10 minus 4 equal to 6, sir.
So here This indicates whole bytes of the new along with the decimal and precision, integer and decimal, both value it will take this one. 10 indicates whole value with irrespective of name, decimal or a decimal number or integer, that doesn't matter. Whole number it will indicates. See, 3 6 3 9. Now I will take 7. It will insert because total is 6 6 comma 4 10. Now I will take 8. Why it is inserting then? See, 1 2 3 6. See, 9. Now you can check the data. So even though you are taking this much, why it is taking till 4? Why it is rounding the value? If you observe, 1265 456 457 it is coming. 9 values only it will take. See, even you can observe now. I will take only 412. See, now you can check the data. 412 only it is taking. So total should be 10 bytes. So whatever you declare here, total should be 10 bytes. Within 10 bytes, 4 bytes is the scale. 4 minus 4, 10 minus 4. So it will allow integer value maximum 6 bytes only. So now total we have declared 7 comma 2, for example. 7 comma 2. 7 minus 2 it will take. 7 minus 2. Precision minus scale. How many bytes, guys? 5 bytes. So 5 bytes is the precision it will take. Remaining 2 bytes it will take the scale. Scale means decimal value with respective of 10 comma 4. If you take 10 comma 4, for precision how it will take 10 minus 4, then it will take the precision value 10 minus 4. So that means within the 10 value it has to be reduced. 4 is the within the 10 value it has to be reduced 4 decimal value, scale value within this one. So that doesn't mean 4 is not within this 10. Always scale is within this 10 value, within this value. 10 minus 4 how much, guys? 6. 6 it will take the precision, I mean integer. Now scale you know that 4. So here 10 comma 4, 10 minus 4, remaining 6. 6 is the precision. Precision means this one. That's the reason when you try to insert 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, how many bytes? 7 bytes. So it's not allowed. Here 9 bytes, it doesn't allowed. See, when you inserted 6 bytes, it's allowed because 10 minus 4 6. 6 bytes is the precision. What is the scale then?
4.
4 is the scale. So 10 bytes total. Now you know scale and precision. Precision it will take this one. So even though you are mentioning multiple value on the decimal, why it is not raising error? Because when you are increasing the decimal value, so in certain point of time it will round, right? For maximum it will take 10 only. So maximum bytes, how many bytes, guys? 10 bytes. If you observe 3 3 3 3, total 6. 6 3 how much guys? 6 3 9. It has to take 10 no, so it will consider dot also 1 byte. Dot also 1 byte. 6 7 8 9 10 bytes. So maximum this mechanism is allowed to insert the 10 bytes only. So that it will round the value. See 4, 5, 6. Why it has taken 7 here? So maximum it will take 10 bytes. No, here 6 bytes already gone. 7 bytes gone. Remaining how many bytes? 3 bytes. For 3 bytes, 1 byte, second byte it will take. Next is only 1 byte. What is 6? Next it will check this value. Whether it is more than 5 or not. If it is 5, it will add one value to this one. That's the reason 7 it will come. Clear? You no need to worry these points. You just need to remember this 10 comma 4 like this, because if you anyone using credit cards, or if anyone is getting salary, they know understand what is the importance of decimal value. If you go in credit card, for example, your credit card is some 12,000 and 12,050 paisa. If you won't pay 50 paisa, you paid 12,000, they will consider as you paid the half of, I mean, you haven't paid the full amount. Minimum amount you paid, like that they will consider. For that 50 paisa, what they will do, late payment charges, and not paying full amount charges, gst sgst, around 3,000 rupees they will put charges for not paying 50 paisa. That is the importance of decimal. Okay, clear, right? uh, how number data type it will take. It will indicate total bytes. The precision it will take minus of this scale 10, minus of scale, you will get the precision. 7 now 9 minus 4, what is the precision guys? 9 comma 4.
Precision
Now
5.
5.
Precision 5.
Scale is
5 4.
4. Then whole how many bytes it will accept? 9 comma 4. Whole how many bytes?
Uh, 9
9
bytes.
bytes.
9
9
bytes it
bytes.
will take. That's it. At the same time, you can try to create another table. Create table stu student 6 sid. I am taking integer now. So for integer data type, we have another data type, integer data type. You can declare int like this. Column name int. Integer data type will converted as number data type with the maximum size is 30. Maximum how many bytes we can declare guys for the number data type?
38.
38 digits. So now integer I am taking. Size is not mandatory. You no need to declare the size. Table is created. To check the table structure, you have to declare the describe. Now if you see sid, what data type you have declared?
Int.
Int. But what it is?
Number data break.
Number data type.
So whenever you declare the integer data type, automatically it will converted as number data type with the maximum size of 38 digits. What is the maximum size is for number data type is 38 digits. So it will allow maximum size is 38
Yes.
digits. So even you declare 38 digits, you can declare, you can't, if you want to insert the decimal values, you must and should go for the like this. Scale is mandatory. Clear guys? That's all
Yes.
for number date type and char date type. Tomorrow we can discuss the date and time date type, and remaining date types, large and date types, row id date types. These things we can declare, we can discuss tomorrow. Anyone is having any doubts, guys? Some I can see some people are joined at around 8. Please adjust yourself, guys. Try to join at 7 o'clock. And later, when you if when you interested to enroll the class, then based on the enrollment of the people, we can decide whether we can go for the 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Based on the majority, we can see by the time. Okay. Now you can try to adjust yourself. Anyone is having any doubts? And if you feel that if this is okay, I need to join to I need to practice whatever we are doing in the in the class. You can reach out to me for the enrollment. So my mobile number, you know, right? My mobile number is this one. Either WhatsApp or either call. You can contact me if anyone is contact like this one. 799 700 4345 is my mobile number. So if you enroll, I will send the software and I will guided you how to install it. You can start practice today itself, whatever we discussed, so that you can practice it. That's your wish. I am not forcing. So after free classes also, if you want, you can if you are interested, then you can enroll. If you feel now it's fine for me, I need to enroll, then you can contact me, so that I will share. There is a 12c software. I will share the Oracle software, and I will share one video how to install it. Then you can follow that video and you can install it. Okay, guys, any doubts? Anyone is having any doubts? No doubt. Thank you. That's all for today's session. We'll meet you on tomorrow. So after next weekend onward, there is no weekend session, guys. We have started the batch on Friday, no? That's the reason weekend we have taken. Thank you. We'll meet you on tomorrow. Have a nice weekend ahead.